Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel and blog. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another card making tutorial. Today I have a very simple card idea to share for you. You can adapt this design to accommodate just about any kind of occasion, and it's a wonderful way that I used up my scrap pattern paper. This piece of pattern paper is actually 2 1/8 inches wide, and it is from Serene Scenery Designer Series paper stack. There is so many nice images in Stampin' Up's pattern paper, and when we have a certain size that we need to cut down to, especially like on a 6x6 paper stack, then that tends to leave us about 2 inches or so of a strip of paper. Now I have about 3 or 4 of these that are cut to the same size because I made a bunch of cards from the other part of the paper, and this is the perfect way for me to be able to feature the beauty of this paper in a very simple and quick project. So I have taken this piece of Designer Series paper and backed it with a piece of Whisper White cardstock. I've now taken a couple of die cuts that I cut off camera from Stylish Stems framelit dies, and I'm just attaching them with a piece of baker's twine. This is an easy way to get a little bit something extra. You could take those die cuts and make them from shimmer paper or from Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper. There's so many different ways that you could kind of, bump up what this project is, but it's really not necessary. And sometimes the more simple that you keep the project, then you are going to have a little bit more success. Here is the little bits of washi tape from Moroccan, I think it's called Moroccan Sweet, that's in the annual catalog from Stampin' Up. And this little piece here is Early Espresso with white, and the design kind of goes well with the leaves. The color matches the old olive that's in the Designer Series paper. Everything kind of goes together, and it helps to break up all the whiteness around the card. It's also going to help with a transition of the sentiment that I'm going to stamp in the same color of Early Espresso. For the sentiment, I have the Labeler Alphabet stamp set. This stamp set comes with a full alphabet plus. There are different kinds of icons, but there's also repeats of certain letters. As you notice here, the word rejoice has 2 E's, and so I'm able to get everything stamped at one time by placing out the letters on my block ahead of time, and I don't have to worry about going back and adding the E afterward. That's a little extra thought process that Stampin' Up made whenever they created this stamp set, and I for one am really appreciative that they took those extra steps and included the extra letters. I'm using the Easter message stamp set for the inside of the card. I'm stamping the lilies in old olive ink because that matches the front of the card. And I'm bringing in the Early Espresso to the inside of the card, which is also from the card front. And I'm attaching this with some liquid glue on the inside of the card. This is how I standardly put things together on the inside of the card, because I need that little bit of extra time to get the sentiment straight. And I'm being careful not to touch those stamped images because I made this card before and the ink wasn't dry and it kind of smudged a little bit. Thank you guys for subscribing to my newsletter and being able to receive this tutorial video for just your exclusive newsletter bonus. And here are a couple more videos that you may be interested in watching. Thank you for subscribing to my newsletter. Thank you for visiting my blog, and thank you for the time you're spending with me.
Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day!